Hey folks, Dude here, coming to you yet again, the iteration of me looking at stuff on the internet and saying, I was way ahead of the curve. Okay, looking over here in my email, scrolly. Oh, look, we have something here from How to Geek. And what did they send me? This kind of makes me have one of those laughable instances going, I was doing it first. I was ahead of the curve, and while I'm not a true Luddite, there's some things that truly I don't see as advancing and being that gotta do it. All right, so what they're saying here in this article, obviously, is a mid-range Android versus an old iPhone. Should you buy the iPhone? Well, let's just be kind of very circular here in my arguments. Number one, the phone that I currently have is the same phone number, probably dating from the early to the mid-90s. I literally started out with a smartphone, which was actually a cell phone. So cell phone technology back then was pretty much just, phone, text. Not a whole hell of a lot more. But I was ahead of the curve, and I had one of those, and I was literally one of the first people I knew that strictly had a cell phone / smartphone as the very first instance of their contact. So I was ahead of the curve on that one. Now, what they're saying in this article here is they're saying, oh, the mid-range Android versus the old iPhone. The old iPhone actually might be a better thing. Folks, old iPhones do not age well. They really, truly don't age well. The batteries suck, they get throttled down, and more importantly, oh yeah, that support stuff that pretty much Apple always said was, oh yeah, it's going to be so amazing. They don't do it, and your stuff might brick. So, anyway, looking at the older iPhones, I'm not impressed by them. Older Androids. All right, well, let me put this in perspective here. I mean, I've showed this to you guys a million times now, but the 1T smartphone, I built this thing for under $300. It is a Note 9. More importantly than that, it has a headphone jack. It has a C charging system, which everybody uses now. USB-C is the zeitgeist. Everybody uses that. Obviously, I got a port there for the stencil, the stylus, actually. So anyway, this thing was literally a one-shot deal, easily put together. 512 phone, 512 card, under $300. A 1T smartphone is like $1,600, $1,700. Newest, bestest, all the rest of that fun stuff. Not impressed by them. More importantly than that, the AI technology is too flippin' snoopy. I don't like these things going, oh, I'm going to watch all your living habits. I'm going to watch all your intended things. I'm going to anticipate what you're going to do next, and I'm going to go shopping for you. Yeah, that's just the very nice little smiley face part of it. Don't trust AI. This does not support AI. All the newest, bestest, smartphone technology supposedly is so good because it has all the better chipsets and all the rest of that fun stuff. Okay, the processor on this thing is not the fastest. It's fast enough. It does everything I need it to do. And, oh, yeah, the sign-on screen taking, a half second longer or a second longer, not a deal breaker. I don't need to have everything completely as fast and crazy as possible. I'm not that much of a gamer. The screen technology on this one is decent enough. Yes, it's not quite bright enough in sunlight, but it can always find shade. Not impressed by it. So the other thing, too, is they're also trying to say, the mid-range Android. Okay, mid-range Android is okay, but all the newer phones are incorporating AI. Again, I don't like the snoopy stuff. I don't like things going behind the scenes going, oh, I'm going to watch every single thing that you're doing and anticipate your life. Not into it, okay? Also, older Androids tend to keep working because the OS, even though it's not supported, they do work. I mean, literally the phone before this was a Samsung Galaxy S5, and I ran that thing to the point where the GPS was like, and it pretty much was aged out of the network. It still worked. I could still go on Wi-Fi with it. The phone still functions. As a phone, though, if I drop a SIM card in it, not so much. This thing works just fine. Works anywhere I needed to utilize it. Works just fine. So much so that I've actually standardized on these guys, and this is my third one. The video I'm currently shooting on right now is a Note 9. I do have a spare Note 9 with a busted screen as a total backup. All of these phones work no issue. Yes, the battery life on this one I'm currently using was my old daily driver, so the battery life on it is about half, maybe 65% of what the newer one is. And literally, I do mean newer one. And the newer ones are literally only going to be maybe 3 to 5 years old. That's like the newest Note 9 you're going to find is like 3 to 4 years old. The newest. Meaning the batteries are actually aging out. They still flippin' work, okay? The best thing you can do with a smartphone is never try to keep it fully charged all the time. Try to keep it somewhere in between like 85 to 65%. That's its happy place, okay? So, literally, I try to keep the thing in that range. Every once in a while, I'll run up to full charge, but then I'll walk it back down. Same thing with this guy. I will cycle it down, not to the point where it's absolutely dead, but I'll run it down to maybe about 20% or so, and that's where its happy place is. Cycling a cell phone battery is not a bad thing. Running it up and keeping it fully charged all the time, or running it down completely dead, lithium batteries do not like that. So that's the technology on the battery side. As for these guys, mid-range Androids, they do work. Older iPhones, flat. Not going to go with it. All right, folks, I'm going to break up with this one. So eat good, keep turning as always, you know, you love it. Still not an iPhone fanboy. Ugh. See you guys later. Have a good day. Catch you guys later.